wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. 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 Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Comienzo 163, cambio de frecuencia, maquetía control por 1.28 decimal 2, hasta la vuelta.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
I'm out for the walk around.
Wind shear,
Member
wind
left.
shear, wind shear. Wind shear, wind 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 shear, wind shear.
Winds.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Leandro sabe. Y Ernesto saben, cuando yo vuelo, las cosas son heavy metal, papá.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Aquí nada es regalado.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
166. Bueno, le apagué el hipertrading a la computadora del procesador. Vamos a ver.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Que vamos a alinear IRS aquí. Y wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
115.7, 115.7, 117.9.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Winche.
Puta madre. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Wind
The
shear,
security
wind
and safety
shear,
checks are all
wind
done.
shear.
Are you good to start boarding?
Ok.
Okay.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
¿Cómo se llama esto? Que la salida que vamos a hacer. Mauro.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
089.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Back from the walk around, everything looks good.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
1009 me parece que era. 1009. Ok.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Bueno, tú no querías escuchar alarmas, pues ahí están. No te quejes ahora. Ok, vamos a solicitar boarding. Boarding.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Si tú te vas.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Seré un vagabundo sin rumbo, sin rumbo.
wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Ok, ¿quién es el que está? Torre Maracaibo. Sí. Torre Maracaibo.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
A ver.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Torre Maracaibo, Copa
Wind
717. Muy
shear,
buenas noches.
wind
¿cómo está?
shear, wind shear. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Muy buena noche, Copa 717.
Buenas noches, el Maracaibo 717, tipo Bravo
Wind
738,
shear,
momento
wind
de la puerta
shear,
número 4.
wind shear.
Solicita autorización para tránsito instrumental Maracaibo Maiquetía, nivel final 350. Vía ruta plan. Estimamos 51 minutos en la ruta, tenemos autonomía para 2 horas 53.
Wind
Alternamos
shear,
con Valencia
wind
y
shear,
somos
wind
147 a bordo.
Copa 717, mantengan la escucha.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Puta madre.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Copa 717, ¿listo para la copia?
Wind
Listo a
shear,
copiar el
wind
717.
shear, wind shear.
No
Maracaibo
puedo.
Torre autoriza su plan de vuelo hacia Maquita Internacional por salida
Wind
directa
shear,
a
wind
Aurora
shear,
1,
wind
transición
shear.
MAO, nivel final 350 y me responderá en 1255 para Copa 717.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Recibido el Copa 717, autorizando este tránsito instrumental a Maiquetía, nivel final 350.
Wind
Aurora
shear,
1, la
wind
salida.
shear, wind shear.
Identificamos en 1255.
Corrección correcta, retroceso remolcado, puesta en
Wind
marcha
shear,
atrás,
wind
llamamiento
shear,
para
wind
rodar, pista
shear.
activa 03 izquierda, Q1H 1009 para Copa 717.
Recibido
Wind
para
shear, wind
encendido en
shear,
marcha atrás, le
wind
llaman
shear.
717, prevemos pista 03 izquierda. Okay.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. 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 Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Reflect. No. A ver. Departure briefing. No. Sound crew. Gate. The rate. Flap 5.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Are you ready for the departure brief? Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the gate. Taxi route will be assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat
Wind
takeoff
shear,
using
wind
D-rated
shear,
thrust,
wind shear.
planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Standard reject actions to V1 as briefed. From V1, or if the call does continue, I will continue the takeoff as per the standard company procedures. The engine and
Wind
procedure
shear,
today
wind
is
shear,
as per the
wind
chart.
shear.
We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. All going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned standard instrument departure, complying with all the published speed and altitude
Wind
restrictions.
shear,
No
wind
noise
shear,
abatement
wind
procedures
shear.
required. Flight directors are on, mine is master, yours is slave. Navigation radios are set, the NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. The current weather poses a threat. We won't rush any
Wind
procedures
shear,
today.
wind
Any
shear,
questions,
wind
comments or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%.
Wind shear,
Navigation
wind
transfer
shear,
and display
wind
switches. Normal. Auto. Window heat on. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 211, altimeter 240,
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
altimeter 240,
Checked. Parking brake.
set.
Engine start levers.
Idle the
Wind
door.
shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. 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 Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
A ver. Es una cosa, voy a cerrar esto aquí. Si lo vuelve a hacer, que tan malo, 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 malo. En 8 minutitos.
Here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you. No, sí se puede adelantar, pero cuando está así en rojo no se puede. Cuando está en amarillo se puede adelantar.
Watch out for your leg, please.
Pero cuando veo que hace eso, A veces se me salta a partes de la checklist y eso. Entonces por eso no lo hago.
Verify takeoff speeds.
Check. Check.
Check.
Check. Está bien. Six minutes to go. Ve, aquí ya lo puedo adelantar.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and the crew, I'd like to wish you a very warm welcome aboard our Boeing 737. My name is Sarah, and helping me in the cabin today are Tom and Michelle. Please place all large items
Please
on
start
the
APU.
attachments provided, or under the seat in front of you.
Please start APU. Please start APU. Before the start checklist to the line.
Before start checklist to the line. Fuel 19.4 thousand pounds. Pumps on. Passenger signs on. Windows
Lock.
locked. MCP.
Set and check.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and check.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
Please start APU. Start APU, please.
Okay.
Start APU, please.
Starting APU.
Set and check. Before the start checklist to the line.
Before start checklist to the line.
Otra vez.
Fuel 19.4 thousand
parece
pounds.
que no
Pumps
lo-
on. Passenger signs on. Windows
Lock.
locked. MCP.
Set and check.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and check.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
Hola, Joao. ¿Cómo estás?
Okay.
Bueno, si va a cerrar que cierre, no pasa nada. Seguramente va a comer o algo. Before start checklist to the line.
Before start checklist to the line. Fuel 19.4 thousand pounds. Pumps on. Passenger signs on. Windows
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Thank you.
Thanks, let me know if you need anything.
Lock it. Lock it.
locked. MCP.
Set and check.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and check.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
Before start checklist below the line.
Flight deck door closed and locked. Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist complete.
Torre Maracaibo, el Copa 717, listo para marcha atrás y encendido.
Va a rodar por vía India, permiso autorizado para pasar por la pista 03 derecha y alcance a la pista 03 izquierda para Copa 717.
Recibido en autorizado marcha atrás encendido y rodaje al punto de espera en la pista 03 izquierda, vía India 03 derecha alfa, alcanzando la llama, el Copa 717. Start sequence 2 then 1.
Check.
Me parece que no lo adelanto porque entonces después no me hace esta función. No me puse la PU aquí en las buses. No me quitó lo demás.
Locking gear. Departure check completed. Flight
Start number 2.
inserted.
Starting 2.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Oil pressure.
Check.